The post of Head of Learning is effectively responsible for all things related to school and learning. So they have responsibility for school improvement, they have responsibility for special educational needs, school services, our integrated locality teams. They also manage the adult community college, and they play a leading role in the senior management of the council, ensuring that our children from most deprived backgrounds get the same opportunities and the same outcomes of education as those who are more privileged.
The Learning Service has a very broad remit, and there's around 80 professionals working to support schools and settings to improve outcomes for children. That's our core business.
Southend is a good place for education. Last year we had our best results ever, and we improved across all key stages, and we're above the national average in all key stages. So overall the education picture is very good.
My team works with children, young people and adults from birth right through to 99 or beyond.
The most important thing for us is that we get the right person for the job, someone who's really keen to work in a council that has improved dramatically over the last 8 or 9 years.
People coming into the team should feel that they're joining a group of people who have energy, creativity and a real determination. It's kind of like having one single goal, and our single goal is to make sure that all of our provision is the best quality it can be, and all of our children and young people and adults get a really good deal, whatever they're learning and whatever their goals are.
Early years is a major development for us, as we're lucky to have been one of the 5 national Better Start lottery bids. So we have an investment of £4 million a year over the next 10 years in terms of the 0 to 3. So there's a whole lot of projects alongside the day job that this person would be able to get involved in.
There are regular team meetings where ideas and challenges are thrashed out.
The chief executive, the directors and the heads of service all meet on regular intervals, at least once a month.
Within the structure there are a number of team managers, so everybody makes sure that they have regular one-to-ones with team members.
A successful candidate will obviously need to have a good background in education, because they'll be the most senior officer in the council, and we will need someone to give good advice to myself, the chief exec and members.
Working to improve the educational outcomes for children and young people is the most rewarding job you could possibly have.
We're looking for people coming into Southend who have got a can-do attitude, that they want to see new ideas take hold. They're not afraid of seeing difficult challenges and finding a way to work, and they'll find they get a lot of backup in that in Southend. So if that's the sort of person that you are, then we'd be really keen to hear from you.
All of the team, whatever they're doing, play their part, and that's what's magic about it.
I think one of the great things about Southend is it's a pretty compact town, but it's got lots of green spaces. We've got fantastic beaches, we've got good schools, we've got a new library and art gallery that's just been built. Good cultural scene here, particularly music and arts. So there's lots of things to do within Southend. The people themselves are very friendly. It's only 40 miles from London, so if you want to pop up to see a show or go to museums in London, you've got easy access. We've got our own international airport that takes you to most places in Europe, so you can finish work on a Friday and have a weekend and be back on a Sunday night. So from my point of view, it's a fantastic town, and a lot of people who actually come to work here end up moving here because they see what a great place it is to live and work. Head of Learning will spend quite a bit of their time out and about, actually meeting with schools, meeting with colleges, having meetings in that way. So they see a lot of Southend, and they get a lot of opportunities, as I do as the director, to actually see what's happening in education in Southend. So it's a good job from that perspective.
We see our work very much as a partnership between schools, childcare providers, parents and ourselves.
The people reporting to this team and the other heads of service are very, very committed to the council. We work hard here, and I think that's attracted a lot of good, high-quality people over the time. On the whole, people who come to work in Southend stay here quite a while. They like the environment, they like the attitude of the council and the support that they get. We want to see Southend grow as a town, to actually enable its young people get good qualifications, to get good jobs, and we want some of those good jobs to be in Southend. So if people want to move and leave from Southend, that's fine, but we also want good jobs to be available for local people.
Um, my goodness, we have loads of ways of rewarding and recognising people, and we make full use of the Council Stars Awards scheme, Employee of the Month, Employee of the Quarter, and we really think hard as a management team within the Learning Service about who should be recognised for those particular special awards.
We're a very open council here in Southend, and we like to think that as a senior manager that we're accessible to our staff. So we have invested heavily in making sure that we communicate well, and we recently got investors in People Gold. What we're looking here is for someone to help us to make sure that over the next few years we continue to improve education and schools in Southend, and we think this will be a really exciting opportunity to be part of that journey.
What's really important to convey to anybody joining the Learning Service is that we don't work in isolation. We're part of a bigger team, and that bigger team is the community of head teachers and governors and teachers, school leaders and childcare providers and children's centre managers and the voluntary sector. So there's a great community of support professionals out there who work together to help children and young people achieve the best they can. And that's really important to be, when you join the Learning Service, to know that that's the community that you're joining.
I'd like to thank you for taking the time to looking at this video and considering applying to work in Southend. I've worked here for 8 years, and I would want to assure you that it's a fantastic place to work. If you were successful, you would be part of a really excited team that takes a massive pride in providing fantastic public services for the people of Southend, and none are more important than education and children's services. So good luck with your application, and I look forward to meeting you soon.